Howdy-ho, everyone! Velocity here, back in action for more Future Attraction. That's right, we're playing Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Path. And frankly, we just got done with Uncle Ray's Tales of the Past. And it seems like Edge vs. Papa was quite a feisty bean. April 2nd, 2:10 p.m. Zodiac Art Gallery, Fountain Patio. And that's all Uncle Ray knows about the IS-7 incident. So that's what happened in my father's last case. The truth of the IS-7 incident. What happened at the trial? In the end, Von Karma defeated us. So you couldn't prove Mr. Master's innocence? We had gathered plenty of evidence to prove it. But Von Karma was even more despicable than we thought. He was a prosecutor who would do anything for his guilty verdict. That's right, and he really did use any means necessary. Because of this, the trial dragged on for about a year, until it finally reached a conclusion. I'll never forget that fateful day when the judge was passed down, the 28th of December. It's April now, so it's been a little over 17 years. Now time flies. 28th of December, 17 years ago. I was watching for the gallery that day. Before the trial, the old man noticed Mr. Master was acting strangely. He was at a breaking point, both mentally and physically. He wanted to be found guilty. No, Mr. Master didn't fake a confession, did he? Yeah, that was what Von Karma was aiming for from the start. The old man tried to expose the fact that the body had not been found. Von Karma used the power of his police cronies to quash that argument. Even went as far as to prepare a fake autopsy report. Then, they made Mr. Master give a false testimony and confess to being an accomplice. With Mr. Master's confession, the situation quickly became dire. But the old man had a trump card up his sleeve. Was that the trump card he was talking to Detective Bad about? Yeah, that trump card was to be our insurance, in case Mr. Master confessed. He had asked Detective Bad to have Mr. Master's interrogation recorded. Detective Bad wanted to know the truth too. Detective Bad wanted to know the truth too, huh? After he was dropped from the investigation, he never stopped caring about that case. Even when he was involved with the other large cases, he really was the definition of a true detective. The defense presented the recording, which proved that the confession was forced. Well, it seems the detective in charge of the initial investigation and interrogation, Rip Lancer, took all the blame and was charged and dismissed. Still, at the trial, the old man exposed Von Karma's corruption, and Von Karma received his first penalty from the then chief prosecutor. The only penalty in his 40 years of prosecution. However, Mr. Master didn't want the trial to continue any longer, and the curtains closed on the trial that day with the verdict of guilty. My memory of that time is fuzzy. I was also there, watching my father's final trial. I think his final regret became my own. The old man wanted the retrial to prove Mr. Master's innocence, but he passed on before he could fulfill his wish. After getting entangled in another case, Breaks my heart even now. I didn't return home with him that day. What's more, I blind myself from my own worthlessness. Uncle Ray put all his hatred on you as a trade-off for being Von Karma's pupil. I'm sorry. Don't be. It's natural you would hate me. After I became a prosecutor, I was able to get Von Karma to show me the case file. Mr. Master was found guilty for the murder of Isaac Dover. That's not right. Wasn't Mr. Master found guilty of being an accomplice? But this case file says guilty of murder. There shouldn't be anything unresolved in the case handled by Monfred Von Karma. Wait, can I take a look at that file? Like the charges have been rewritten. What? Look at this. Suspect data, Jeff Masters, 39, creator of the dessert contest. The victim's body was found inside a dessert made by the suspect. This leads to his arrest in jail. He was diagnosed with hypoglycemia. He was treated with medicine. After his own confession, he was convicted as an accomplice to the murder. The charge is accomplice to murder? This is a copy of the original case file I received from the courts. Why would the charge be altered? This file was given to you by Von Karma, right? Maybe he just didn't want you to know the truth, since you're Gregory's son. He would have wanted to avoid another retrial before the statute of limitations ran out, after all. So what I had come to believe back then, all been a lie. If you didn't know about it, just make sure you know it from now on. Statute of limitations has long expired, but the truth still sleeps right here. After your old man passed away, Uncle Ray took over at Mr. Master's defense attorney. Though Von Karma also had another prosecutor take over the case. Perhaps he thought that since his opponent was a rookie, he didn't even need to turn up. And then the real killer was never found. Mr. Master was found guilty. No! Is there nothing we could do now? Since the killer was never found, he can't withdraw his confession. I found out after the trial that Mr. Master made a deal with Von Karma because Von Karma had threatened him. If you don't confess, Catherine will be held under the same charges. That's terrible! I don't think Mr. Master really thought that Kate was the killer, but to protect her, he faked the confession. Miles, on that day that Nightly boy was killed, why do you think Uncle Ray was at that prison? Ah, I see! You went to see Mr. Master, didn't you? I said I visit him every day. I couldn't keep that promise. But I asked Katie Pie to look in on it for me when I couldn't. No rain or snow, she went every single day without fail. But nothing has changed. And Mr. Master still serves his punishment. So sad. Isn't there anything we could do? That's why I came here. Because I knew those eye sculptures would be on display here today. So, what are you gonna do, Miles? I am a prosecutor. My position is different from you and my father. Miles? But moving past my position, What I want is Miles Edgeworth to know the truth of these two cases. It is for that reason that I am here. You really got your father's son? Well then, if that's what you decided, I'll support you all the way. We better leave the IS-7 documents and evidence with you then. Alright, here are the documents. By the way, the pots in orange are Uncle Reese's old notes. He has old notes attached. Thank you. And now here's the IS-7 evidence. There's a lot, so make sure to look it over while you investigate. Received a lot of IS-7 evidence from Mr. Shields. Right. I'll check through it later. Anyway, there are so many strange things about this case. Indeed. Those involved in the case 18 years ago have reunited, and another incident occurs. Replicas of the statues from 18 years ago were displayed in the Winter Palace. And poison gas was released in the Autumn Palace, which had been disguised as the Winter Palace. The two chemicals in the Pisces case, vermilion and phthallium, were mixed, causing an outbreak of poison gas. The victim of the poison gas was Dane Gustavia, a person involved with the IS-7 incident. Because he was unconscious, he received treatment in the Zodiac Art Gallery's infirmary. Finally, the dead body found floating in the fountain. Once again, the ice sculpture had melted. What is the dead body, though? Who does that belong to? There are deep connections between the two cases. It's possible there are still some clues left from 18 years ago. Right! Let's get started!
Objection!
Just 1 second. Don't tell me you've forgotten about me. Didn't I tell you that I'm the one in charge of this case? Prosecutor Edgeworth, you intend to continue disturbing Sebastian's investigation. The word guilty will be added to your PIC report. What does she mean, guilty? Please allow me to assist in your investigation as before. I appreciate your proposal, but I'm afraid I must overrule it. That was fast. Even though we're short on hands to identify the victim right now, it's only a matter of time until we figure it out. In that case, I shall take the load off your shoulders at once. Regarding the identity of the unidentified body, one person comes to mind. Really? Then tell us! Very well. Not just the sculpture that made a comeback from the incident 18 years ago. The body in the fountain is. It should be him, right? He does have the long hair, right?
Take that!
It's likely the identity of the body is the victim of the murder that occurred here 18 years ago. Isaac Dover. Ah! It's Icy's body? Hey, who's that? I never heard of him. Mr. Isaac Dover. A truly great sculptor. But he was better known as Pierre Bourquin. The sculptures on display here in the museum are all his creations. And so, in other words, that sculpture was the best. Somehow I feel a strong kinship to him. And he was the victim of the IS-7 incident. She knew about the IS-7 incident? Prosecutor Edgeworth, the IS-7 incident occurred 18 years ago. And what's more, The police reported the removal of the body. That's why, that's what's on the record, but I wonder if that's really is the truth. What are you saying? The defense attorney in the IS-7 incident claimed the body was never found. Not that the prosecution would ever admit to such a thing. Jesus, like, Lord, give me strength. Oh. Hello? Really? Is something wrong, Sebastian? No, it's just... You said they know who the victim is. It's just as the prosecutor says. It's Dover. No, it can't be. It would seem my father's suspicions were correct. And what is it, Judge Courtney? Have you finally realized that I'm much more helpful than Mr. DeBest? Hey, are you trying to steal the best position for yourself? I'm doing no such thing. I just want to know the truth. And for that to happen, we need to cooperate, no? The truth is none of your concern.
Objection.
I don't think that's true. Courtney Pye. You again. Uncle Ray assisted the defense attorney involved in the IS-7 incident. The one who claimed that Mr. Dover's body was never found. The prosecution denied it at the time, but now the body has been discovered here. In other words, the IS-7 investigation was unjust. This isn't the duty of the PIC to investigate corrupt prosecutors? And when do you want to cooperate with those who were involved in the case? Unless you have an alternative motive. Now that I think about it, Judge Courtney knew about the IS-7 incident. So it seems she really is here because of the PIC. Even if you're related to the incident, I don't see how Prosecutor Edgeworth is. He is the son of the attorney in the case, and a prosecutor taught by Von Kamen himself. And what's more, he was in the audience of the IS-7 trial. I'm sure there are many points he can enlighten us on. Very well. I will allow you to cooperate. However, your investigation must not hinder the other investigators. The Winter Palace is currently being investigated, but the Fountain Patio is open to you. That's my Courtney Pye! Now we're talking! As thanks, I will allow you to have a hug with Uncle Ray. Overruled! If I feel your cooperation isn't needed, I will have to ask you to leave. Understood. Isn't that great, Miles? Now we can start investigating. You really helped us there. Uncle Ray did it all for himself. Alright, Uncle Ray is going to investigate too. So let me know if you figure something out. Got it. Right then. Hey, let's begin the investigation. Okay, let's do this! Still don't know where Mr. Dover's body and the Normilium were hidden. We don't have enough information to go on. You're right. Our first priority is the Normilium. Well, Normilium is used to washing detergents, paints, and the like. I recall, it's a red liquid with a minty aurora. Well then, let's get looking for that Normilium. Investigation is begun. Let's go. Is nice. What is this? sculptures of a man with the face of the moon and a woman with the face of the sun. The man looks kind of gloomy, though. Were these also made by Pierre Joachim? Yes, it seems he made these in his youth, when he was enthralled with the stars. Thiessen likens the relationship between the moon and the sun to something closer to home. The piece is entitled My Parents. I think we know who wore the pants in that marriage. We got little things here. The statues of a couple in a Roman costume. Are these by Mr. Pierre Joachim too? I think these were made in the middle years of his life, at the height of his fame. He modeled them after the Roman gods at the request of his beloved wife. The piece is entitled Venus, the Goddess of Beauty, and her manservant. Oh. His mom made him have a type. Oh my god. I think it's obvious he wore the pants in that relationship. I love to see it. Let's go. More husbands should be manservants. I'm just saying. This service cart, Miss Hull has prepared her tea set. According to the pamphlet, the museum is also famous for its tea. Yes, it certainly had a flavorful, rich taste. It seems this tea set was also made by Mr. Dover. Oh, so the tea set was made by the victim? Take a closer look. What is this? There's a container with Ceylon tea leaves in it. To prevent exposure to sunlight and moisture, the container is airtight and made of tin. It should help preserve the quality of the tea leaves. There's no single stain on this pure white tablecloth. Take hold on the edge and focus your mind. Then in one go, pull! Hey, I hope you're not planning to do anything bad. No? Don't worry! Even if I fail, the tablecloth would just be dyed a nice black a la tea. The tablecloth looks better white. Please refrain from changing it. I wonder about that. Might look better in another color. Like pink or blue. Or tea. So this tea set was made by Isaac Dover. Fancy stuff, huh? Okay, I'll say this tea set is worth thousands of dollars. Please be careful with it. This tea set is such a treasure? Please don't look so excited. If I recall correctly, Miss Hall was a huge fan of Mr. Dover. Okay. Hey, Edgy! What is it? Be careful with that teapot! Why must I be warned by him of all people? Madame and Messieurs, would you care for some tea? Miss Hall? Caddy! No! I'm fine, thanks. Kay and Edgy, you guys can have some. Well, since you asked, might as well take a short break. Certainly! Thanks for the tea! Wow, it's so tasty! What kind of tea is this, Mr. Edgeworth? It's Ceylon tea, known for its citrus aroma. However, Miss Hull, is this the same tea you served us this morning? Yes, that's right. Was it not to your liking? No, it's not that. The tea we had this morning had a slightly different aroma. Oh? I don't want Cat to be it. I like her too much. That's strange. This is the same asylum tea I served this morning. There shouldn't be anything different about it. What's wrong with you, Angie? When they thinking about the tea, Caddy, so kindly prepared for you. Larry, what are you getting so upset about? I'm not upset. You're just being a rude jerk. I told you to call me Lawrence. Jeez, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. It's like arguing with a child. Lawrence, I wonder what's wrong. I'd like to ask him that later myself. And I also need to speak with Miss Hull. I don't have any evidence that shows she's the culprit, but I say she's the one who set up the poison gas trap. Because I think she did do that bit, but like she didn't do anything else. She didn't cause the murder, but she figured out Gustavia was the murderer. And it's kind of like, fuck you. That was my dad. I love my dad and I miss him so much. I will. Okay. Oh wait, we could probably look at it some more, huh? Yeah, never hurts to look. I just want to see if this has different dialogue. With this just now, but for some reason I thought it smelled different from the one we had this morning. There's some reason behind this strange feeling. Probably because of the gas, right? Lots of gas. Also, we should probably talk to Kat when we get the chance, just for the sake. I don't need you to notice anything, but I do need to show you this. That's a really cool badge. It depicts a blazing sun on top of winter frost, right? Yes, it symbolizes the severity of the criminal justice system. My badge has symbols too. Symbolizes love, and justice, and peace, and courage, and honor, and kindness. What happened to truth? So, does she just always say that? I got an odd feeling that she always says that. We've recovered the victim's body. Forensics are currently performing the autopsy. And what of the investigation of the fountain? The fountain is completely clear. You can cleanse both your heart and soul with it. The body was floating in this fountain just a moment ago, though. It'd be like that sometimes. I feel that your conduct thus far has clearly been out of line. I will make sure to bring this matter up with the PIC. Do whatever you want. But in return, we're going to be doing whatever we want as well. If I remember correctly, you're a little great thief. I'll have to report your misconduct to the PIC as well, young lady. Sure, since it will only serve to increase my fame as a great thief. It seems even Judge Courtney is unable to get a handle of Kay. Oh, the one person that can off Courtney is Kay. I love it. Let's go. Mr. DeBest, you're getting a bit in my way if you stand here. I am not going to move. Just do what you can over there. Don't say that. It's probably the best if you just stand over there. The best, you say? Okay, I'll go stand over there. So anything is fine as long as you add the best to it. Idiot. I love him. He just follows orders, you know? On the shelf are trophies commemorating Isaac Dover's work as Pierre Hoquin. He truly was the first-rate artist. There are quite a number of trophies lined up here. I remember you have some trophies too, Mr. Edgeworth. I'd love to have some too. Only there were a contest for thieves. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? We could hold one in the prosecutor's office. I don't mind you holding a contest, but all the participants will be arrested. The fact that Edgeworth just kind of puts up with it is just kind of like, did you just get jealous of Phoenix for having a May and just decided that you want a plucky detective too? Plucky little teenage detective? Okay. What do you think is this, on the second floor? It is the infirmary. Mr. Gustavius should be there right now, receiving medical treatment. I sure hope he's okay. We still need to talk with him once he regains consciousness. There's nothing we could do until he recovers. For now, we should find something else to do. God dang it. I was trying to move. I was trying to move, game. Prosecutor DeBest ordered me not to let you investigate anything but this room. I absolutely cannot let you pass through any further than this. I'm sorry. I won't, since I can't pass through anyway. Just standing in front of a wall. No, after all, you're Prosecutor Edgeworth. If you really wanted to, this wall won't stop you. Wow! You're even more fearsome than I thought, Mr. Edgeworth! Just what kind of human do these people think I am? Not a human? You're a robot? On the shelves are trophies commemorating Isaac Dover's work as Pierre Hoquin. Which was the okay, this is the same thing. It's the same bloody thing all over again. This lift trolley has been left here. I wonder if this was used recently to carry something heavy. The surface of the platform appears to be wet. I remember seeing this lift trolley someplace before. You mean during the IS-7 incident? Ah, that's right. I remember now. It was in Dover's room. If I remember correctly, it was used to transport the ice sculptures. The lift trolley is a feature that allows you to adjust the height and angle of the platform. With just one of these, a single person could move the sculptures all by themselves. Oh. Wow, how convenient. I want one too. Why is there a lift trolley here? I guess there's something we'll need to think about. Yes, could be related to the case. Or maybe not. Ooh. He threw up? He spilled the tea. Miss Hall, where have you been until now? I was showing the remaining guests out and handing out complimentary gifts as an apology. Will you require my services? Yes, there are a few things I want to ask you about. My suspicions are correct. He's the one who set up the poison gas trap. But first, peace. Monsieur Edgeworth's son to have become a prosecutor. I'm sure there must have been some awful circumstances to it. Yes, a lot has happened, although I cannot talk about the details right now. Monsieur Edgeworth, you really take after your father. Even if your profession is different, I'm sure you are as excellent as he was. That's what I aspire to be, but my father would always face his work with unwavering conviction. Even now, I'm still lost requiring the question of what my path should be. Oh. Is that what this game is about? Prosecutor's path? That makes sense. How exactly did you prepare the metal sculptures from 18 years ago? So you know about what happened 18 years ago. It's because 18 years ago I photographed Monsieur Dover's sculptures. Using the photo as a base, I managed to create replicas. Replicas? The Zodiac sculptures have been an unfinished work, so I wanted to complete it somehow. Because I am the one who had accidentally melted Monsieur Dover's sculptures. And can you tell me why the Autumn Palace resembles the Winter Palace so much? Well, My apologies. Do they really look so alive? I think I may have gotten some of the decorations mixed up. She is obviously lying. But I haven't gathered any evidence to prove that yet. Okay. So we gotta get our lying girl out here, but that's fine. We could do it. Let's talk to you. Miles, how's the investigation going? Well, little by little, I'm beginning to see the entire truth behind this case. Oh, that's good to hear. Uncle Ray had better not fall behind either. About the two cases. Bitch. I never would have imagined that you end up becoming a prosecutor. I'm sorry. No, I'm not blaming you. You have your own reasons behind it as well, right? But standing in the courtroom as a prosecutor isn't the same as doing as a defense attorney. It's something I would like you to experience just once. As a defense attorney. There was actually a time when I stood in the courtroom as a defense attorney. I definitely didn't feel bad at all. Oh, I remember that. That was great. This case seems to have a lot in common with the case 18 years ago. I agree. That melted ice in the Winter Palace and the body of the victim from 18 years ago. I wonder why nobody ever noticed the body was missing for all this time. The only family Mr. Dova had was a young son. His son and Mr. Gustavia's son were attended the same elementary school. After that case, they both went missing. What? They haven't been found yet? I haven't heard any news about Mr. Gustavia's son being found. As for Mr. Dova's son, he was found and his inheritance was delivered to him. And because of that, Mr. Dova never had a proper funeral. That way they were able to make it look like the body had been in police custody. The autopsy report had also been forged. Nobody but the defense ever found out. On karma, it would go that far. Dang. Dang, that sucks. Not having a body to just... He's not a body to bury. Oh, how's the investigation coming along? You found anything? Boy, not quite, actually. We haven't found any clues yet. You're doing it wrong. Boy, it's only used when you're showing someone something. Also, suggestion is used to confirm, and it's also a greeting. Ape is used when you're afraid. Meh is used when you don't like something. Boy is used when you're calling someone. I see. I don't know if it was that deep. Wait, Mr. Edgeworth! Can you catch all that? Hey, be more serious. Yesy! Alright, let's get this. The smell on this color. Don't tell me this is a puddle of tea. Huh? There's a piece of pottery in the middle of the puddle. Yep. You broke it down. I wonder what broke. I think I recognize the design. I should probably show this to the man and see what he has to say. Yup. What did you do, Mr. Lawrence? Larry, tell me what you're hiding. You two stop glaring at each other like that. I'm not glaring, Kay. I'm using my artistic perspective. Edgies are the ones who's glaring. Then if you know what's good for you, you should tell me what you're hiding right now. No way, dude! Didn't I say that I'm not talking to you anymore? Aren't you talking to me right now? From now on, I'm definitely not talking to you anymore. I'm not going to get anywhere with this. It's like I'll have to force it out of him. Hiding something? Larry, What are you hiding? Huh. Hey, come on! Mr. Edgeworth, this isn't the time to be playing around, you know. Wasn't playing around. Still, looks like Lawrence won't be talking anytime soon. He's going to talk to us willingly. I'll just have to force him to talk. May just have something on what he's hiding. I should present that to him and see what he says. Okay. Boop. Boop. Bam. Larry, take a look at this. What's that? Larry, I've got a feeling that your hiding is related to the tea and this pottery shard. Well, if you're not going to talk to me, you can always hand this shard over to Judge Courtney. Wait, I'm trying to keep a clean image for Dusty. I didn't want her to see how I've dirtied myself. I can imagine what part of you would be considered clean, but you don't want her to declare you're guilty. Yes, you speak truthfully now. I got it, I'll tell you. But first, why do you carry that badge around with you if you're not gonna wear it? It's proof of my profession as a prosecutor, that is. But if you get tied down to it like that, you won't be able to do your job properly. But I suppose not your job that matters, it's what you do that counts. Look at me, for example. Constantly changing jobs. Have I changed as a person? You certainly are still as annoying as always. You haven't changed either. You're always complaining about me. Larry, it's time you confess to what you've done. How can you be so cruel to your best friend? The same way you could be so dishonest to your best friend. Well, you can stop glaring at me. I promise to tell the truth this time for sure. I just thought I poured Justine some tea, but my hands kind of slipped a bit, and it broke. I actually broke the crazy expensive teapot! The butt strikes again. Am I not surprised? Oh boy, you really done it this time, Lawrence. What should I do, Edgy? Katie will hate me! Lying to me about it won't solve anything. First, you should apologize to Miss Hole. Is that so? My teapot was... Katie, I'm so sorry! I don't have any money, but I'll draw as many portraits as you, of you as you like. Please kindly raise your head once. It is I who should apologize. I didn't notice the broken shards. It's dangerous, so I'll tidy up the broken pieces. Allow me to take this piece from you as well. Wasn't this tea set one of Isaac Dover's works? I heard that it was very important to you. Yes, but there's no use crying over spilled tea. Besides, I still have another one of those teapots left. Is she not as attached to Dover's works as she used to be? Katie, you're so kind! Oh. That other teapot you were talking about, is it the one on that cart? Yes. Truth is, I was trying to hide the broken shard. I looked under that cart, and I found a teapot that looked exactly the same, so I switched them. Really? Yeah, everything's cool now. I took great care to make sure no one would break that pot. You don't brag about that when you were the one who broke into it in the first place. I'm sorry. I don't mind. Yeah, for your consideration. Angie, Katie's a really nice lady, isn't she? You should reflect on how you cause trouble for people like her. Okay! When I make a big mistake as an artist, I'll donate paintings. In fact, I'll even welcome you as my personal model. I think it'd be better if you just stopped causing trouble. I hope you haven't done anything else. I haven't! I just stood around sketching beauties. Sketching beauties? If you're interested, I could let you take a peek. I guess even Mr. Edgeworth is interested in beauties. It's not like that. I just thought it might be another one of his strange paintings. How dare you! I'm very confident of my work this time. Oh, I want to see too. Well, I'm glad you're so honest about it, Kay. I'll get it ready, so go check it out later. I guess I'll have him show it to me later. Sketching beauties. And we'll see what those beauties are next time. Until then, everybody, see y'all later. Sayonara. Bye-bye.